folks, Tracy here in the land of milk and honey, and I have a miracle, more miracles. They're happening so fast. This is just phenomenal. Okay, this is a huge one. I just noticed it when waking up this morning. I have had an issue with my thumb. You know, it's from having done a lot of reflexology, working on the computer, texting, and it reached a point, I won't probably be able to show very well, but the joint in here really sticks out and hurts. I can bend it that way, but also this joint, I was getting that snapping finger or thumb or whatever they call it. So all I could do was bend it. I have really lost a lot of power in my grip. Doing simple things was getting difficult, like just opening, you know, certain movements because of the tenderness and the inflammation that was not going away. This happened and has been going on for many months now. So it's like I had to stop doing certain things. It's really limiting. So I've just been going along, doing my best, trying to not think about it. And high protein, high fat, keto, carnivore, none of those diets helped. In fact, it happened while eating that way. Just a few days eating more fruit, less animal protein, less saturated fat, all the things that I was like really believing that what I needed the most. All of a sudden, I can actually bend my thumb. It still snaps a little going in each direction, but I couldn't even do that without taking my other hand and bending it like that. This is a miracle. My thumb can actually maybe heal. That's about as good as I get. But and it is snapping. And it starts to be a little tense if I'm really pushing on it. But it's not so much pain, and I actually can do it. And the popping, I mean, there were times where it got so locked up, I literally had to maneuver it back up, and it was a bit painful. There were moments where it was like, whoa, painful. It's just a miracle. I'm just so happy. Anyway, I have another miracle I'll share. See this? My mousse, my Max the Mousse, my hot beverage in the morning. For some reason recently, when I make my coffee, I have some of it black first. I used to like black coffee, but you know, since this whole keto craze and low carb, the fat in the coffee has been very appealing. I would add either a Prove It sweet cream, keto cream, which I actually do still like, because it's sweet. Duh, no, I get it. But anyway, or I would have just the heavy cream, or sometimes then I would do a little coconut oil and MCT oil. So anyway, I was looking forward to having some coffee this morning, and I started to have some black, and then I went to just add cream to the rest of it. So the crazy miracle is, it just doesn't even taste very good to me. I love coffee. I'm not trying to stop drinking it. Some people might think, how is that a miracle? You no longer like something you loved. Well, I mean, it's just so wild to me, because the only other time that I completely lost my taste for coffee without trying to quit was when I was full-blown fruitarian. It's just, I don't need it, or I don't know, it just doesn't taste as good. God is telling me I don't need it. So the miracle is just like all these symptoms that we get. They're messages from Logos, from God, that are telling us on the right path, not on the right path. And it's just such a miracle to me. I just can't even stand it. So anyway, just in my exuberance, I just want to share. I'm so excited. These are miracles. This especially is huge, because I know people who have said the only thing they've been able to do to help this is to get corticosteroid injections, and I don't want to do that. So I'm thrilled beyond belief that there's hope, even though there's a long ways to go. This is a huge beginning, and it excites me to no end. And I'll have to just adjust for my changing taste for my hot beverage. And I just feel like we have been divinely led to go down these crazy paths where it was almost exclusively a fruit-based diet, fructose, high amount of fructose, to an practically exclusively starch-based diet, you know, a macrobiotic, grains, beans, vegetables with just a little bit of fruit, and then to a nearly plant-free diet for a while, and to come around and find our balance, to know what was wrong with each of them, but having had direct experience. I mean, it's just, these are signs. These are the ways we are being divinely guided, and we, our ego, our mind, interprets them as one way or another. But if we just keep trusting what we're really drawn to, you know, when Don and I first changed our diet from whole foods, plant-based, entirely plant-based, all we did was get rid of the worst offenders in the plant-based kingdom, all the grains and beans that are full of phytates and lectins, and we just added some small amounts of healthy lean protein, and we still had lots of fruit, dried fruit. We were making delicious desserts with, you know, apples baked with dates and da-da-da-da, and raisin and prunes. I mean, it was just delicious. And we were doing really well. We were still eating nuts, though, and I bet you if we had only just cut back on those nuts, we probably would have reached this point even sooner. But it's all just been this amazing ride because of all that we've learned in roots. So stay open, pay attention to the symptoms. And again, I want to direct you to that article by Ray Peat, because those who believe glucose is the same as fructose, I'd encourage you to read the article, because he would say otherwise. It's glucose in the absence of fructose that's actually part of the problem, especially when coupled with these refined plant oils, seed oils, and the like. So we'll talk more about that in the future, but you can check out his article for now. And in the meantime, just want to share my miracles. Thank you to all the people commenting, and I'll see you next time.